Bowl. 3 simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back has it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes the grab. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Swings it out to his running back. Some of that lost ground on second down. The lone back's got it. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds space on the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The offense changing the play. The RPO, it's complete. Push down for the tackle.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. To the air, it's Daniel. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Here on third down for this offense. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Taylor. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock. And
there he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The inside handoff.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the break.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Big guy smells it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. This defense might be reeling after those last 2, and now facing 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking for a man. It's Daniel. Quick completion on the out route. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Trying to get it to the marker. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. And off from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got a first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swan, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stat. That was incredible.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. The give on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Breaks into the open. He now has 62 yards rushing in this game, and what a year he's had, getting closer and closer to 1,800 for the season. Here comes Auburn to the line on first and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give on the inside. Got some room, entered at the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he puts through the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Got a man. It's Taylor.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Making side adjustments here. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Daniel. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at their 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. On target over the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires on the move. He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown time!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Kansas State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Cats in a statement win, if there ever was one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Give to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They got 0 push up front and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Daniel. With the catch, it's Beebe. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with him. But another broken tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Back to throw, it's Daniel. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Throws to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the ground with the counter. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. To the air, it's Daniel. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Snags it! Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Burrow. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Running to the left. Just ran him over. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Good timing on the quick out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Daniel. Caught near the sticks, it's Davis. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, it's a nice...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They just keep firing. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Red pass, it's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. Got a little space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one and make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big here.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. You want to talk about building a drive around found a guy first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Second and long. He'll keep it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up fourth down, and let's see what they do. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Iron Bowl coming down to a long field goal, and where have we seen this before? There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for him, and this one hurts because if he makes that, obviously, his team takes the lead.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To throw, it's Daniel. Fires it down the seam. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that.
There we go. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
First play of the first possession of OT. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. If he runs